What is going on? I'm always messing with my... Hello! Hello, hello, hello! How's everyone doing? All right. So welcome to part... Oh my gosh. Part 13 of our journey through a Weedwife's remedy. Hey Heather, how are you? We're going to be talking about Goldenrod today. Which starts on page 56 for everyone who has the book. Heather Elaine just messaged me and she said she couldn't make it, so she's not coming today. Hey Sonia, hello. Doing good. A few drops on the garden. That's awesome. It just stopped raining. I think it's been raining for like, I don't know, 4 days. So that's nice. Maybe that's why you're getting out in the garden. So, all right. It's just late when it rained there earlier. Yeah, it did. I don't know if it rained this morning, but it was super cloudy. But it just, was pouring. I was walking in the rain. Today I can go out and run. So, it might be muddy. But cutting rebar for tomato steaks. Ooh. Man. What do you use to get rebar with? Those are some serious steaks. So Dad, that's what you're using. Dad is a very good device. Yes. I can't say I was very productive today. No, a sawzall or a hacksaw. Wow. But still, like a lot of elbow grease, just a lot of like muscle you gotta put into that, huh? All right, so this is called Blue Mountain Tea, the Granny Woman's Goldenrod. And so goldenrod doesn't bloom until like the fall. So this is not a plant that is really gonna be, you're not gonna see it right now. But you will see it in the fall. My garden is built on top of my compacted gravel driveway, so only rebarb can be pounded into it. Oh, okay, I see. So it's really tough ground. Is that what you have? I think you have raised beds. So, okay. That driveway must have been like used as a driveway for a really long time. But you did a really good job. It looks lovely. So it looks a lot better than just a gravel driveway would look. Right. So you're not gonna really see it, but in the fall you will see all these yellow, big bright yellow flowers. Oh look, I didn't clean my webcam from last week. Yes, it was the only flat sunny spot in the yard. Yeah, perfect. You know, I think it's a better purpose, especially, yeah, it's much better. Right. So yes, you will see the yellow. And then a lot of people blame their allergies on this plant, but actually this plant can be useful for allergies. It doesn't cause the allergies. Usually it's confused with ragweed, which people can get, which can cause some allergies. People think it's what causes their allergies, yes, but it's ragweed that can be airborne pollen. Man, we are on the same brain lane, Heather. It's really lovely. Yes, that's one of my favorite herbs, but I made a tincture with the flowers at herb school, and it's actually still, I haven't strained it out, and it's been like a couple years, so I don't even know if it's still good. And that was the first time I've really like done anything with it, because I don't have, well, my friend Ellen has it on her land, so maybe this year. So how are things at Hippie Moon Homestead? Is that what you're calling Ellen's? Oh, Sonia. That's a really nice name. Okay. Let's stay on track today, I swear. No, I'm lying. We'll go all over the place, guys. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, maybe this year I'll be able to do some things with goldenrod. That'd be really nice. You can do a honey, you can do tincture, but we'll get into that. So the land name is Solidago, SPP. So there's a ton of goldenrod species. There's just a mad ton. Like, oh, Heather harvested every year for tea. Awesome. I have never had goldenrod tea, so that's new. That would be new. So the SPP is all the species, and they do similar things. And even when you look up in a guidebook, like in a, I've got it marked. Let's see, a plant identification book. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. There are so many goldenrods. Hold on. Okay. So this is the goldenrod section. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 pages of goldenrod. So, I'm sorry, 12. But there's just so many. And they vary a little. Yeah, look at that one. It gets really the leaves aren't very clumped in there. I mean, the flowers. So you can see all the different ones. There's maybe even more. I don't even know. I don't even know someone like this. Ooh, look at these. So they're all goldenrod. Oh, that's my cell phone. Good job, me. Oh. And this is the book I'm using. Is the new Peterson's Field Guide Wildflowers. Northeast, Central North America, and they have other ones. So you got to find your location. I don't know if they do Europe or not. But the one thing I love about it is it's by color. So, you know, if you're like, hey, the flower is pink, you can, you know, search for pink or blue or purple or our friend Violet. I got some stuff bookmarked. It's a large chunk that's white. But make it easier. To help with identification. Let's see, Sonia, I think it's Happy Hippie Homestead. Good. Having a hard time watching lives. They all buffer satellite internet sex. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sonia. I hope that I've been there, so I hope it straightens out for you. Heather says, I chose Hippie Moon Homestead as my name entry. Oh, okay. So yeah, if anyone wanted to look up that field guide, it's Peterson's Field Guides. Yeah, and this one is wildflowers. But they have I have a tree, eastern trees. There's also Newcombs, which is another wildflower guide, and I know I went over them. Oh, this is all gonna fall down. That's what happens when you've got Oh, I found a notebook that I forgot I had. Anyway, I do have so much stuff. Yeah, so this is the trees, eastern trees, and then this one is Peterson. Sorry, this is Newcomb's. This one is Newcomb's. And they're all slightly different. You know, like I said, I really love the. You have. Okay. I'm familiar with that one. Do you like that one, Heather? Let's see if I can look that one up. This is what Heather has. Whoa. Okay. Amazon. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's the Autobahn. I couldn't pronounce Autobahn. Such a dork. They have birds and trees, and this one is. So it's not gonna. And wildflowers, but I think, yeah. I'll just put up the Autobahn page, and it'll be on there. Mushrooms, Ooh, field guide of the southeastern United States. Insects and spiders, shells, fishes. That's fun. That is a lot of fun. Okay. Oh, you didn't spell it right. It's okay. I don't know if I'd be able to spell it right either. I gotta tell you. So, yes, it has actual pictures out with identification. Yeah, which is good, which is really good, and the colors are good. You know, and the best time to identify a plant is when it's in bloom. So it's the easiest time to identify it. I took some classes on how to key things out, which is the process you use. Each one has a different let's see if I can. They've got how to do it in the beginning of the book. Okay, maybe not. I also love the botanical drawings. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I can't run into Peterson, so maybe they just but in the Newcombs, you have this key here. Oh my god, it's like all fuzzy. And so you'd go through like, you know, 3 classifications, flower type. So you'd say, hey, does it have 2 regular parts? Does it have 3 regular parts? You know, I honestly can't remember what a regular part is, but and then you would give you a number. So if it has 3 regular parts, it's number 3. So oh gosh, now okay. Answer the 5 questions. Classify your plant by plant type, by leaf type, using the above table, determining the appropriate selection number for each type, combining the 3 section numbers into a 3-digit code. Okay, so right, so if it's 2 irregular parts, it's 2. And then you go to the plant type. So, you know, wildflowers, no apparent leaves, basil leaf type only, alternate, and, you know, so maybe with no apparent leaves, so it's 1. So it's 2, 1. And then, you know, leaf type, leaf entire. So 2, 1, 2. And then you can, I know this is, and then somewhere it gives you how to do the code. But that's for another day. It's in there. It's in there. And then also, I know I'm gonna pick a side about botany, but also if you want to know more about botany, this is a really good book, Botany in a Day, which I haven't read yet. This is really good. Gives you a really good overview of botany and helps you, because botany is really complicated, but gives you to know the plant families and everything. So that's Botany in a Day. And yeah, oops. Yeah. Botany in a Day. Okay, put this back. After book club, I have like things everywhere. I've pulled things out, and I've yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where these were. Okay, put them back later. That's what happens. Yeah, I love the botanical drawings. So Yikes. Yeah, it's okay. All right. Let's get back to the goldenrod. So, page 56. Common names are goldenrod, blue mountain tea, liberty teas, and then it goes into the ones that I cannot pronounce in different languages. So those are the English ones that she gives. The energetics are warm and dry, tastes bitter, aromatic, astringent, slightly acrid. Parts used are the flowers and buds, leaves, and roots. Primary actions: digestive, bitter; alternative, stimulant and relaxant; nervine, diaphoretic; astringent, digestive; aromatic, and carminative; diuretic, vulnerary, anti-inflammatory; bacteria balancing, often deemed anti-infective. Specific indications. So, like, if you're wondering if you need to use this plant: red, inflamed eyes, bad skin related to suppressed urine or underactive kidneys. There's a word I can't pronounce. So something about mucous membranes accompanied by copious drippings and fluid loss and possible low-grade infections, cat dander allergies, edema, hepatic heat. So I believe edema is swelling of your, you get swelling like in your legs and stuff like that. Every year I anticipate the golden glory of late summer and early autumn in the gala, maybe? Okay. The hills blaze with 1,000 shades of yellow, from buttery layers of lemon to brilliant displays of bronze, from snakeweed to sensico to verbrassa to lemon scent to gumweed. The canyon is bathed in a breathtaking display of sun-colored beauty. Of all of these, one of the blossoms I most anticipate is the ubiquitous yet prestigious solidago in all her many manifestations and subspecies. Here in New Mexico, goldenrod is especially fond of growing on shady hillsides and in rocky yet moist oh gosh, here's the word. In the middle mountain range. It will often be found intermixed with the by now dried stalks of bee balm and the last ragged blooms of the evening primrose. It is likely to be surrounded by the wild rays of aromatic purple stickly aster, white-flowered fleabane, and the ever-prolific autumn-blooming this one. I love creating goldenrod flower oil, tincture, honey, elixir, and even dry a bit for tea, as well if the harvest is plentiful enough. This gorgeous wildflower is both common and incredibly multi-purpose. Before I begin my exploration of goldenrod's medicinal talents, let me assure you that it is not responsible for the massive pollen allergies it's accused of. In fact, it's not even wind-pollinated, but rather insect-pollinated, and as such, its pollen is heavy and sticky, rather than buoyant enough to float on the late summer winds right into your nose. You'll have to get down on your hands and knees and snort some solidago pollen straight from the flower to get a a reaction in most cases. Usually, it's actually ragweed, Artemisia spp, that's causing the allergic affliction, which frequently grows alongside goldenrod. Liberty tea, catharral, and allergies. Perhaps one of this wildflower's best known medicinal uses is an astringent and anti-inflammatory, specifically for capacious discharges of mucous membranes. Yes, let's talk about some mucus. The tincture is great for drying up sinus drippiness and allergy-induced nose running, and also addressing sinus headaches and general congestion, especially if there's overall coldness. David Hoffman says, goldenrod is perhaps the first plant to think of for upper respiratory catharral. Whether acute or chronic, may be used in combination with other herbs in the treatment of influenza. So it's one of the herbs that a lot of the herbalists have mentioned, I think, regarding COVID-19. That may be helpful for symptoms. Because there's no cure. So a lot of the herbal suggestions for this is just symptom management. And I do have a list of herbalists talking about herbs for COVID-19 or herbs that you can use to help with that, with the symptoms for that, and a playlist. So if you guys are interested, it's way out of my expertise, but I wanted to collect some information, so that's why I did that. It is used for achy sore throats later in the later stages of many influenza-type viruses, and a teaspoon of the flower-infused honey soothes a raw throat, as well as calming congestion and insistent drippiness. Matthew Wood has greatly popularized solidago in the treatment of allergies, especially animal dander-related allergies, and says, I know of no better remedy for cat allergy. And then this Bo Rick describes, I thought this was Matthew Wood talking, but the characteristic eye symptoms: red, injected, watery, stingy, burny. The eyes of the solidago patient look like a person who has just gotten out of a swimming pool. There's a generalized redness of the conjuncta. There are not the bright red blotches of. I'm sorry, y'all. I cannot pronounce any of these words today. Or the bloodshot appearances of ambrosia. With this, there is congestion, sneezing, and running of the nose, redness, and irritation of the skin. Solidago often has welts from allergy, a fact not mentioned in the literature I have seen. So, thank you for putting the Facebook group, Heather. That's the Facebook group. So I think that's what they mean, is that your eyes are red and itchy and awful. And that goes along with, I guess, being allergic to cats. Additionally, goldenrod flower tincture tea makes an excellent primary or secondary therapeutic approach to thrush or vaginal yeast infections that triggered by pollen, dander, or other allergies, especially when combined with bee balm. For non-allergy related chronic yeast infections, I have found it of moderate use and is its effect is generally enhanced by bee balm or alder. It also has a long history of indigenous North American people as a douche or vaginal soak in the treatment of infections for general discomfort and preemptive hygiene. Herbal sitz baths can be extremely helpful in persistent low-grade yeast infections, and that some people just can't get rid of them. Yeast infections are really pesky and hard to can be hard to just deal with. So that's awesome that this plant may be able to help with that. I didn't know that yeast infections can be triggered by possible pollen, so that's interesting. Page 59, the waterfall herb. So Heather has used this plant. Does anyone else use goldenrod? And what do you guys use it for? I wish I had some to show you guys. There's some pictures on the Facebook group. Solidago is a fabulous kidney medicine, and it is specific whenever urine is scant, dark, and strong smelling from kidney sluggishness in nearly anyone from children to the elderly. It is also known to prevent the formation of kidney stones, where there's a long history of such, and I like to combine it with chamomile in many preventative blends. There's a good blend called Stonebreaker. It's a tincture by I'm forgetting the herb company, but anyway, on an aside, long history of use in many treatment of current stones and/or infections, but kidney infections can be very dangerous and in most cases should be handled by a healthcare practitioner. If used in the breaking down or passing of stones and there's any duct pain, it should probably be combined with smooth muscle relaxants such as silk tassel or something similar. Okay, so this is she uses so many herbs that I'm not really familiar with. Goldenrod is very useful in many cases of chronic urine suppression and general exhaustion of the kidneys. This is especially true when there is a tendency towards symptoms we usually associate with liver stress, such as bad skin, acne, inflamed yet deep pimples, dry and bloodshot eyes, which Matthew Wood indicates is due to the buildup of uric acid and the added stress placed on the liver by long-term sub-functionings of the kidneys. It is also multi-purpose within this organ system that the late herbalist Maria, this is her name, recommended it in all cases of kidney and bladder issues. So yeah, and I think I remember now that like one of the herbalists, because COVID-19 can infect the kidneys when you're super, super sick. And I think that's what they were recommending the goldenrod helping with. So anyway, an aside. I also like goldenrod in a variety of UTI type situations in which there is a chronic, boggy, and usually low-grade infection that won't clear up. Usually combined with appropriate mucous membrane tonic, I tend to think yerba mansia and goldenrod tend to make an excellent pair in such cases, and because of goldenrod's beneficial diuretic action, I prefer it as a tea with tincture of yerba mansia added to it or taken on the side. So it makes you pee. We're quiet today, aren't we? Usually I'm just not straight reading it. Should have stayed on the... I don't know, guys. All right. We're on page 60, the light that touches us, bringing comfort. I don't think I have any other... I'm trying to think. If you want, I can distract you. Oh, please do, Heather. Heather, come on. Distract us. Get us off topic. I'm looking for a book. It's probably buried. Got this book. It is buried. Haha. Oh, this is gonna suck, guys. Oh god. Okay. I found it. Oh, you harvested garlic scapes. Nice. Awesome. They had rhubarb in the grocery store last week, and my friend Susan made honeysuckle jelly and gave me a jar. That's so great. They're like just sort of starting here. Which I feel like is late. Nice. I was looking for this book here. And I'm not sure if it has it in there, but might not. It has golden seal in it. It has our friend Goldenrod. She's the jelly queen. I've never had honeysuckle jelly, but like I love honeysuckle so much. Yeah, I was thinking about, okay, so this is a good book. I really like it. It's really wacky and out there. We're just taking a detour. This is Opening Our Wild Hearts to the Healing Herbs. Yes, by Gail Faith Edwards. And we're just going to talk. We're starting to talk in this one about how it's a good nervine and it can, you know, uplift your mood. And she says that Goldenrod is an antidepressant which has long been regarded as offering comfort and uplifting the spirits. I love the way these plants begin flowering just as everything else is almost gone, as if to say, take heart, we will cheer you. And I really do feel like it makes me happy when I, you know, see the goldenrod. I'm like, yay! But she mentions in here about goldenrod flower essence. Goldenrod flower essence helps me remain true to myself in group situations where I have a tendency to present a false persona for social approval. It's also said to be useful for people who create barriers to social contact through repulsive behavior and a need for negative attention. So that's interesting. And then goldenrod is easy to transplant. It makes a nice addition to the green wild garden. It can be very invasive. Most varieties are 2 to 3 feet high. Some have bushy tops. Others are more singular. Fertile but dry and sandy soils, hedgerows, open fields, woods, sunny hillsides are all places to find goldenrod. Gather the flowering tops at the peak of their blossoms to dry and used for tea and infusions. So that's what she says about Goldenrod. I'll put the book in. Hearts. Heather, if you get a chance, will you pop a picture of your jelly in the Facebook group so we can all see what it looks like? So I know a friend is making honeysuckle flower essence. So, all right, that's our detour. You can see that it's an older book because I've got like all kinds of junk in it and bookmarks and all kinds of stuff, and that's what I mean. This is one of the books that I got. It was written in 2000, and I probably got it in 2000. It talks about trees, which is really neat, as well. It's laid out a lot like Susan Weed's book. Do you know Native Roots Herbal? She's in Stoneville, North Carolina. I do not. Do not. Let's see. Native Roots Herbal. Doesn't look like it's on the Amazon. No. Okay. That's. Wait. Is that... No, this is not the right one. Oh. I found a Facebook. So I don't think they have a website. There are so many herbalists. Oh, what's that? Is that their YouTube? You won, Heather. Oh. Hey. Nope. That link is not. I don't know if that link is working. Copy link address. Let's see. 9. YouTube Studio. That link isn't working, Heather. The YouTube one. For some reason. There are so many herbalists. So, which is great. All right, we'll go back. We'll go back. Page 60. Goldenrod is truly wonderful for sad and general cold, gloomy blues. One, I could use some goldenrod right now. The YouTube is the goddess and the geek. Okay. I'll try that. See why it didn't. Okay. Homestead. I think this is going to be it. Is that right? I gotta send the geek home. Oops. Let's see if that works. Everyone. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's her. Okay, cool. I'll have to watch it. I have the opportunity to work with Goldenrod many times in this capacity, and it never fails to work small but significant miracles were clearly indicated. It works very well in many cases of mild to moderate depression, especially when there is a seasonal sensitivity and general feeling of coldness, frustration, and feeling of being paralyzed by cold weather, or more specifically, lack of sunlight. And don't forget the vitamin D too in such cases. I'm also very fond of it when digestive stagnation is causing feelings of sadness, stuckness, and potential despair. And in such situations, often team it up with rose and ginger. So, and I love the fact that like it's not an herb that also like the artemisia, like like the mugwort that we talked about last time. It's not one that you're normally used to hearing for a herb for like depression or, you know, feeling not so great. And I love that it has a digestive tie-in because those are some of the issues I deal with. So it'd be really cool to try that out. Make like you can make an amazing like goldenrod, rose, and ginger honey. That would be really cool. The leaf tea has long been utilized among Appalachian granny women as a tonic for chronic fatigue and nervous exhaustion. Ooh. Heather, do you find when you do the tea, do you find it helps with being tired? I have chronic fatigue. I should try that. I've noticed that it works best in the capacity of the individual is exhausted, in part because they are so eager to please others and are constantly running on nervous energy and the desire to not rock the boat. These people often are at least partially aware of what they are doing and deeply dislike it, which causes them further anxiety and exhaustion. But they feel powerless to change their patterns for fear of interpersonal repercussions. I need to make some tea today. Awesome. Yeah, I don't have this issue. I feel like my exhaustion is, I don't know what it's from, but it's not from that. In a more general nerving sense, Maria Trubren says that goldenrod provides its worth as a medicinal plant which influences the human emotions most favorably. It should therefore be drunk without delay in cases of disappointments and emotional stress. We feel the soothing effects of this plant almost like a calming and caressing hand in severe emotional stress. Even the sight of goldenrod in nature has a quieting effect on us. We should be thankful that there grows a plant around us which brings us such comfort. And green tea bags. I haven't made any since last summer. I do a cold infusion tea with hibiscus, goldenrod, and tulsi and drink it iced. Ooh, that sounds good. And Tulsi for me, I find, is very calming. So I think a goldenrod Tulsi would be amazing. Got Tulsi. Got Tulsi right now. And this is turmeric here. So I feel like I'm often stressed. So anything I can do to help would be great. Indeed, goldenrod brings cheery and comfort both from its simple beauty and presence in the field and meadows, and also a profoundly effective medicine and essential remedy. We're gonna finish goldenrod today, yo. Like, add it to your list to harvest in the fall. I know I've got goldenrod or goldenrod. I'm gonna be doing valerian root, since my friend has a ton of valerian now that we planted years ago from one plant, and it's taking over the whole like hill. So that's good. It comes up under my kitchen window. Awesome. And yeah, so those are the two right now, as well as a mugwort for smudge sticks. Well, if I sell out, I still have plenty. I might not make any more. I don't know. Valerian flower smells so good. My friend said it stinks, but I didn't get close enough to sniff it, so you know, although I don't feel like valerian tastes or smells bad, so some people don't like the smell or the taste at all. It's one of those things, one of those plants. The roots stink. Oh, okay. Maybe she's just smelling the roots. Maybe we have particularly strong valerian growing on her hill, which is really great. So, and I never had seen it outgrowing. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's been a day, yo. I've been sort of just I don't know, I've just been worried about a lot of things, so haven't been too productive today, and kind of a little out of it. But we're gonna continue. Warming the middle, a digestive remedy. That's page 61. Goldenrod is certainly a wonderful aromatic digestive bitter and carminative, and works very nicely to free stuck energy from the gut and strengthen overall digestion and absorption. Bitterness varies a great deal from species to species, so if you're very interested in this aspect of the plant, you'll be well advised to take the time to taste the different species of solidago that live near you, as there are almost certain to be many varieties with a multitude of taste balances between astringent, aromatic, and bitter. I'm especially prone to use goldenrod for those who can sit in the valley and know whereas the concurrent feelings of sadness and blues that accompany direct digestive upsets and in chilly weather. That's me. I really think I should try this plant. Oh, we all have those days, sometimes weeks for me. Yeah, it's just been like one thing after another, and that's me. Yeah, this is me. So goldenrod tea or elixir or tincture added to hot diffused tea of some kind. diffusive tea. I don't know what that is. Especially ginger is wonderful for nausea, stomach cramping, and general malaise of the digestive tract, being diaphoretic in action. It can also increase perpetual circulation, open the pores, and help equalize temperature in cases of fever. Yeah, that would be lovely. So I probably would do like a tincture, you know, and put it into some sort of warm tea. It's piling on and you need some good junk happening. I do. And then like I worry too much and then my brain gets going. So I'm, my own worst enemy sometimes. So it's just, yeah, it's been, but I'm going to be getting out to run today. And then like, I think that I like the rain, but I think it's just been getting to me because it's been so gloomy and for days. So we're getting a little break. So I'm going to get out and run. And I, sort of been doing some regrouping today. Just trying to figure out my next steps and stuff like that. So, yeah, sunshine helps. Yeah, it does. It does help. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to do some goldenrod this fall. I do get cold in the winter, although I think I'm getting better. So, which is good. Snuggle Eugene, I know I have been. Been giving Eugene lots and lots of snuggles. So yeah, he's been sitting. He sat with me on the couch last night. He sits by me and he puts his little head smooshed up against my leg. And he's not a lap cat, but he's a next to you cat. He's just, yeah. And then he follows me around everywhere. And it's good. It's good to have him, I don't know how, the loss of his brother is quite affecting him, but it seems like he's just, needing to be by us even more. So, I'm going to read this. We're going to finish this today. So, calming the aches, pain, spasm, arthritis, and injury. And I tried to think about a discussion question for Goldenrod, but I could not. So he needs me. Yeah, he seems to do that. He seems to, and I think he really I think he misses his brother, and so we've just been spending a lot of time together, all three of us. Yeah, it's been, oil or ligament makes a fabulous and very effective topical treatment for any sort of hurt, strained, or damaged muscles. It works better than echinacea in medications for this specific application, and always keep it on hand and include it in my pain ligaments. I have even used it externally in many cases of severe urine or ovarian cramping, and it works very well, especially when the pain and cramping is exacerbated by cold and exhaustion, and feels better with pressure and warmth. So you could combine it with the mugwort that we also talked about for cramping. If your cramps feel better when you put a heating pad on them. I guess there are some that don't. I guess that's what she's saying. That's an indication. I love combining with evening primrose and cottonwood for this application. Barbara Hall has also popularized it for all sorts of achy pains, including arthritis in the hands, and many people swear by the oil for their painful, stiff fingers come winter. Oh my gosh. So I make all kinds of infused oils. So I have to make an oil for this as well. That would be awesome. Goldenrod works well on neck troubles, generally loosening up the neck muscles and relieving the tension, but this is primarily systematic and won't cure a popped out disc, etc., but will help take the swelling down and speed the healing process once you've addressed the root of the problem. It also helps arthritis for a lot of folks, taking down the swelling and pain. Once again, this is a systematic approach, not anything like a cure. So it helps with the symptoms. Also adding goldenrod oil to my fall list of things to make. Yeah, me too. The bulk of the oils I make are in the summer, but this one will be in the fall. Soldago's most profound use, in my experience, tends to be directly on the muscles, healing pulled muscles in amazing time periods with repeated applications every 3 hours or so, and often soothing strained or spasming muscles with only a single application. For muscle spasms, I recommend combining goldenrod oil / ligament with peony root tincture internally, although skullcap, black cohosh, or California poppy may be more appropriate depending on the situation and individual's constitution. Additionally, any part of the plant is a wonderful wound remedy, particularly in old, slow-healing wounds that ooze and refuse to heal completely. It's also wonderful in the treatment of sore, sensitive bruises, and contusions. All right, guys, we're going to talk about the energetics. Energetic notes. Special consideration should be given to the variability of the flowers and scents within the great many species of Solidago. If you have multiple species near you, and you probably do, take the time to taste the leaf and flower of each kind and get to know the subtle differences. The most aromatic tend to be more helpful for mood elevation, kidney problems, and external use, while the more bitter or bitter/aromatic species are especially nice for digestive issues, and the astringent aromatic types are great for upper respiratory issues and general mucous membrane oversecretion. These types of subvarieties apply to all herbs, but goldenrod tends to be a great example of it because of the many species and sensory varieties, even within a single species or subspecies. So now I'm going to be tasting whatever my friend has on her property. Preferred preparations: fresh flower or flowering top tinctures, flower infused honey, root tincture, infusion, or strong tea of dried leaves or flowering tops, flower or flowering tops, infused oils, flower elixir. Cautions and contraindications: almost none known. Although aster family plant sensitivity is possible, some sources recommend avoiding during pregnancy, but I don't know of a specific reason why, and please do not use goldenrod as a substitute for medical care in case of severe kidney disease or infection. All right. Yeah, so with any plant, if you don't know what you're doing, avoid it during pregnancy. And if you have a severe kidney disease or infections, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Don't mess around with that. So that's it. That's page 63. My St. John's wort seeds are sprouting in my garden finally. Yay! Awesome. That's something I would love to find growing around. So we're going to talk about pantry medicine next, which is onion poultices, syrups, and tinctures. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. Oh, hello, Karen. We're just going to be wrapping up soon. But welcome. Thank you for popping in. It's been a quiet one. But we were talking about our friend Goldenrod. So yeah. And we finished it in one setting, which I was really surprised. I think I was surprised. I've been here listening for a few minutes. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for saying hi. I'm always surprised how fast we finish these chapters because it took us so long to finish the Susan Weed chapters. So, you know, I don't. Do you want to add anything, Karen? Wondering if anyone knows any species of goldenrod are endangered. As far as I know, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Heather. Yes, hit the like button if you're enjoying it, guys. If you're not, hit the dislike button. It's okay. YouTube counts it the same. But I'm hoping you guys are liking it, even though it's been kind of a wacky one today. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize any were endangered. Yeah, it's a good question, though. I think it's super. Thanks for reminding to like. I'll have to Google that. Yes. Yeah, we don't know. I think it's super common, and then there's a ton of species, as you know. So, Haltons and white-haired, but not familiar with those. Okay, so are those supposed to be endangered? Is that the... Solidago and zigzag are what I see in Illinois. Zigzag? I'm not familiar. Is that a goldenrod? Oh. Oh, cool. So yeah, that is a type of goldenrod. That's lovely. Oh, that's a fun name too. Let's see. Images. That's awesome. I'm gonna put that up. Hopefully it'll let me let me too. Oh wait, it didn't copy. That's why. Wait, why does it say YouTube? What the heck is going on? There we go. Copy, paste. Well, I actually don't know. Oh, it's too long. Dang it. Holton's goldenrod is listed as threatened species. Okay, so yes, there is one. It's too long. It's not letting me. But just look up zigzag goldenrod and you guys will see it. We have, let me see. I'm not sure what we have around here, but I don't remember seeing that kind. We've got ones that are sort of oh my gosh. You know, they sort of look like, oh, I bet I can find it in here. The white-haired goldenrod is a unique plant to the Red River Gorge region of eastern Kentucky. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, zigzag. So this is what the zigzag looks like down here. It's got these little short, like, flowers. I have conservation land, so I just used what? Follow me to my yard in Chicago. That's awesome. Zigzag or broadleaf goldenrod. I haven't actually identified the goldenrod bios. Broadleaf. But it's more like this stuff. It's let's see, find it. It's more like this stuff by us. It's like the ones that go up in kind of a more like a point. I don't think I've seen zigzag in the wild. I haven't either, Heather. They show us zigzag on a master nationalist tour, but I think the extension planted it, not wild. A restoration planting. Neat. Maybe it's one of those that is less common wild. Well, let's read what it says. Woodlands, rich thicket, North Dakota, Minnesota, Quebec, south to Arkansas, Georgia, July and October. That's what it says. So, let's look up white-haired goldenrod. Did you look a picture of that white-haired goldenrod, Heather? I think it's smaller and gets choked out by invasives. Yeah, it looked tiny. You know, it really did. And it really didn't look like, if I was looking at that in the wild, I wouldn't be like, hey, that's a goldenrod. You know, because a lot of the goldenrods are like really big. White-haired goldenrod. There's not a lot of images for these. This one also looks small, the white-haired. And yeah, it's endangered. It looks like the zigzag one. It doesn't look like the super like big and bushy and like, this is a big plant usually. I want to go to Kentucky now to see the white hair. Oh, maybe you can one day. You know, when we get to go traveling again. Yeah, it looked really small. Like, just didn't look like, you know, I mean, these goldenrods are like, you know, if anyone's probably seen a goldenrod, it's big. It's a big plant, and you just can't miss it. So one day, yeah. Thank you, Heather. Heather put up a link for that. Ohio, by the Golden Seal Sanctuary, they have a ton of goldenrods. Yeah, we got to go in the fall, and it was really cool. So if you guys are in Ohio, you should check out the Golden Seal Sanctuary. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's in Rutland, Ohio. It's the United Plant Savers Golden Seal Sanctuary. It's pretty rad. I'm thinking the same, Karen. The Red River Gorge sounds like an awesome destination. I'm in Tennessee, so I'm not too far. Yeah, that's cool. I'm planning to open a UPS sanctuary. Oh, nice! That's amazing. Is that going to be, I think where are you? You're in Illinois. Is that going to be by you? We'll have to come visit once you get it open. We'll have to come, like, take a road trip. It's United Plant Savers, which is that website. If I'm correct on that. Yeah. Oh, crud. Yeah, United Plant Savers. Here's the website. I got to do we took a forest farming class. And because my friend has 5 acres, so eventually she wants to do some sort of food forest. But, you know, she's got woodland, she has bloodroot and some other of the forest medicinals, and we just wanted to learn about that. So, yeah, we took a class up there, and it was amazing. So, yeah. Oh, you love that. Awesome. So, yeah, when you have it open, yeah, maybe we can all take a trip up and do some, you know, filming, do some videos, and, you know, geek out on plants and stuff. So, yes, it is so moving and magical when I see the bloodroot. Yeah, bloodroot is pretty awesome. And I don't know if she has any road trip. Yeah, road trip. I think she's got some other forest medicinals, but I cannot remember exactly what they are. So she's got a little bit on one side, and then she's got a back area. So I do not think she has any ginseng on her property. But the golden seal and May apples, yes. Mine finally reseeded some by itself. Awesome. The bloodroot. All right. So cool. I think that's a good place to stop. Now we have our road trip figured out. If anyone has anything to add to the Goldenrod discussion, please feel to post it on the Facebook group or join the Facebook group if you'd like. Bloodroot is so good. I've never harvested it. I just ask them for advice. Yes, it gets seed pods, and I leave them to spread as they will. I haven't ever harvested either, Karen. So I couldn't dig it up. Yeah, I haven't harvested it before. I don't believe it's I think it's not as, was it too deep? Thank you for the Facebook group, Heather. The post. Train of thought. Yes, so if anything you guys want to add, no, just too beautiful. Yeah. Especially when maybe you don't have too much of it. So. Okay, so I think that's it. Yes, if you guys have anything else to add, Facebook group or in the comments. Oh, in my breath. Well, hopefully you'll get more of it, Heather, and then you can be able to harvest one. And there isn't enough yet, but just and just keep spraying the pods. Yeah, so you would have enough to be able to use it. It's not as abundant as our friend Goldenrod, so which you can use a lot of, because there's a lot. So, yeah, or in the comments, if you wanted to add something. So, all right. Well, next week we're going to talk about onion, so that should be fun. I hopefully can get together some discussion question for onion. We'll see. If all goes well, I'm going to be interviewing, I think it's going to be live on Tuesday. I don't know when. My first local herbalist. Wow, onions in the stocks for everyone. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. He's talking about onion poultices, so. Yes. Yeah. We've got an onion poultice recipe. So, onion syrup. All right, guys. So, yes, everyone have a good week, and we'll see you next week for onion. And yeah. All right. Bye. Thanks for coming. Oh, you too, Karen, Heather. Talk to you guys later. All right. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. Post about your live. I will. Yes, it's going to be with a local herbalist, and we're going to, hopefully it'll be something I do on a regular basis. So, but we'll see. This first one will be a test. It'll be, see how it goes. Hopefully it will.